In today's video, we're going to be working on how to write each equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, for the formula for a slope-intercept form is, we have it on the right side, we have it here, is y equals mx plus b. M is going to be our slope, describes the slope of the line, and our b is going to be the y-intercept, describes where the lines crosses the y-axis. In this problem, we have negative 5x minus 5y equals 35. That is on standard form, so we're going to have to go ahead and put it in slope-intercept form. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we have to have y by itself. So we're going to go ahead first and start with positive 5x. Whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, we're going to do it on the other side of the equal sign. This is going to get crossed out. Now we're going to have negative 5y equals 5x plus 35. Okay, so now we have to have the y by itself, and if you're looking on the right hand side, y is by itself and it always has to be positive as well. Here we have negative 5. So what we have to do is divide by negative 5, because a negative times a negative is going to be a positive. But remember, whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, we have to do it on the other side so we can balance that out. So we have to divide that by 5, and we're also going to divide this by 5. The negative times a negative is going to be a positive. It's going to leave us with y by itself. So it's going to be y equals, and then the negative 5 divided by positive 5. A negative times a positive is going to be a negative 1x. Negative times a positive is going to be a negative, and 5 goes into 35 7 times. So our y-intercept, our slope-intercept form is going to be y equals negative 1x minus 7. So our negative 1 is going to be our slope, and our y-intercept is going to be negative 7. In this problem, we have 9x plus 35 equals negative 5y. If you look at the right, the formula says for slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Okay, so we can go ahead and just, at the beginning, can go ahead and divide by negative 5. Whatever we do on one side, we have to do it on the other side as well. So we're going to divide this by negative 5. We divide this by negative 5. Okay, negative times a negative is a positive. It's going to cancel. It's going to leave us y by itself. A negative times a positive is going to give us a negative. 5 goes into 35 7 times. 9x. You cannot simplify here, so you're just going to leave it as a fraction. So it's going to be negative 9 over 5x. Now, if you look at it, the right side says y equals mx plus b. All you have to do at the end is rearrange it. You can go ahead and just put y equals, we have to have our slope first, so it's going to be negative 9 over 5x. And we have our y-intercept, which is just a number, which is negative 7. So our slope-intercept form will be y equals negative 9 over 5x minus 7. In this problem, we have 3x plus 4y equals 8. So we're going to go ahead and write our formula is y equals mx plus b. I'm going to go ahead and say minus 3x. Whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, don't forget we need to do that on the other side to balance. So we're going to cross this out now. And then we're going to go ahead and have 4y equals negative 3x plus 8 now. So now we have 4 with y. So we got to get rid of that 4. And since that 4 is multiplying, we're going to go ahead and divide by 4. And whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, we always have to do it on the other side of the equal sign. And if we can simplify, go ahead and simplify. If not, you can just go ahead and leave it as a fraction. So y equals, you cannot simplify this, so you're just going to leave it the same, 3 over 4 x. You could simplify this, so 4 goes into 8 2 times. So we go ahead and have our slope-intercept form here, which is y equals negative 3 over 4 x plus 2. So in this case, negative 3 and 4 is going to be our slope, and our 2 is going to be our y-intercept. In this problem, we have 2y minus 6 equals negative 6x. You can go ahead and try to solve this problem on your own. So you can go ahead and pause the video now and try to solve it. And if you don't understand still having problems, you can go ahead and just follow, and we'll continue doing it step by step. So first we have negative 6. So to get rid of that negative 6, we're going to do opposite of negative 6, which is positive 6. Where we do on one side of the equal sign, to do it on the other side. So now we're going to have 2y equals negative 6x plus 6. Now we have to have y by itself. So if this is multiplying, the opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide by 2. Whatever we do on one side, we're going to do it on the other side of the equal sign as well. So now we're going to have y by itself. This cancels. Now 2 goes into 6 3 times. Positive times a negative is going to be a negative 3x. And then 2 goes into 6 3 times. So y equals negative 3x plus 3. That goes your answer, and negative 3 is going to be your slope, and plus positive 3 is going to be your y-intercept. In this problem we have negative 2 parentheses 2x plus y close parenthesis equals 28. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and multiply what's inside the parentheses. So then we're going to have negative 2 times 2 is negative 4x, and the negative times the positive is going to be a negative 2y equals 28. Then we're going to go ahead and get y by itself. So we're going to go ahead and start with putting opposite of negative 4x to be positive 4x. Whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, we have to make sure we do it on the other side of the equal signs as well. This will cancel. Now we only have negative 2y equals 4x plus 28. Now, I'm going to go ahead and divide, because this is multiplying. The opposite of multiplication is division. We can divide by negative 2, so we can leave y by itself. Now, whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, we have to do it on the other side of the equal sign as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that and leave now y by itself, and it's going to be a positive. So negative divided by a positive is going to be a negative. So 2 goes into 4 2 times. And we're going to go ahead and negative times a positive is going to be also a negative. 2 goes into 2 1 time. And 2 goes into 8 4 times. So now our answer is going to be y equals negative 2x minus 14. We have our negative 2 to be our slope and our negative 14 to be our y-intercept. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.